On the south side of Chicago, protesters faced off with immigration authorities on Saturday.
Show your face!
Officers even shooting a woman they claimed was armed, and with others had allegedly rammed their cars into law enforcement vehicles. Chicago is bracing itself for more scenes like this after President Trump authorized the deployment of the National Guard. After sending them into fellow Democrat-led cities Los Angeles and Washington, D.C., Trump signaled last month that Chicago home city of Charlie Kirk was his next target at the activist's memorial event.
And one of the last things he said to me is, "Please, sir, save Chicago." We're going to do that. We're going to save Chicago from horrible crime.
Then this week at Secretary of War Pete Hegseth's extraordinary meeting of generals, Trump claimed the move necessary to tackle crime.
And I told Pete, we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military. Because we're going into Chicago very soon. That's a big city with an incompetent governor, stupid.
Like many US cities, crime has actually fallen significantly in Chicago over the past 3 years. Nevertheless, Trump plans to send at least 300 National Guard troops to patrol these streets, despite objections from City Hall and local officials.
They are escalating violence in the city. This is not making anyone safer. Look at what's going on. These are war zones. These are war zones in neighborhoods that are full of life, full of culture, full of life, full of vibrancy. We love our diversity. This is perpetrated by people that want to go back 100 years ago.
The Democratic governor of the state, J.B. Pritzker, is accusing Trump of manufacturing a crisis.
They need to get out of Chicago if they're not going to focus on the worst of the worst, which is what the president said they were going to do. They need to get the heck out.
But Trump may not get his way. In Oregon, a federal judge has blocked the deployment of 200 National Guard to the city of Portland. This setback could stall troops going into Chicago and other cities, but members of his administration are still confident, with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem challenging Democrats.
I've encouraged the governor of Oregon and of Illinois and that attorney general should go down and spend some time with our ICE officers and with our Border Patrol officers and encounter the protesters that they do, because these individuals are shouting hateful things at them, threatening their families, putting their hands on them, and acts of violence are occurring on a regular basis.
This morning, there was criticism of anti-migrant policies from one famous Chicago native, Pope Leo, who called on the world's 1.4 billion Catholics to care for migrants.
Restare per guardare in faccia.
Look upon those who arrive from lands that are distant and martyred. Open our arms and hearts to them, welcoming them as brothers and sisters, and being for them a presence of consolation and hope.
Una presenza.
The administration shows no signs of backing down on its hardline immigration policies, actively recruiting more ICE agents.
Join the mission to protect America with bonuses up to $50,000.
And working to overturn the Oregon decision, with plans to send National Guard troops into more Democratic-led cities like Baltimore and Memphis.